What it do? Bedtime crew. Hey man, listen, today I'm finally here with the predictions you've been waiting for. These are my full card predictions for UFC 302 Makhachev versus Poirier. I've been waiting to talk about this all week. I had to fire out some random video about custom shorts. I don't give a fuck about that, dude. I want to talk about these fights, and I know that you guys want to hear if I'm actually going to pick Dustin Poirier. I've dropped a couple of videos about it today. Stay tuned to find out who I'm picking in the main event. If you want to hear me talk about a specific fight, man, you know, you want timestamps, scroll down to the comments, look for the timestamps, and then shut the fuck up about timestamps and watch the whole video, bro. I'm not giving you fucking National Geographic chapters of a book, dude. This is the full video, all right, man? Lock in. Let's do this shit, all right? I'm doing the early prelims, and the main card. Let's go, man. Starting off, I'm so glad Roman Dolidze's not on this card. We've got Mitch Raposo. Bro's black and white in this photo. I don't know if he's passed away or if he's on the cut, but he's fighting Andre Lima. Now, this guy got bitten on the Apex. That was pretty crazy. I'm going to pick Andre Lima to win this one by decision. I just think he's the better fighter overall. He's undefeated. He looked pretty good in his first fight in the UFC. I like a big reach advantage as well. And this Mitch Raposo dude, never seen him fight in my life. 55 overall. No idea what he's doing. I trust Andre Lima a lot more, especially on short notice, because I think he was supposed to fight somebody else. So I'm going to pick Andre Lima here by decision, dude. Let's move on. We got Ailin Perez, one of the most overrated baddies in the UFC, versus Jocelyn Edwards. Hopefully no relation to Leon, otherwise I'm going to have to pick Ailin Perez. But listen, dude, maybe a controversial opinion. I know a lot of people really fuck with Ailin Perez. I wonder why. I wonder why. I don't know why this chick has a huge fan base. I'm really puzzled by that. I'm going to pick Jocelyn Edwards here, dude. She's a better striker. I know that there's a possibility that she gets out grappled, but she does low-key have Flukester like equipped. Like, she does have that badge equipped, and she does get close decisions in her favor. I really like a big reach advantage as well. I know these two don't like each other, and I can really see Ailin Perez getting dropped or getting wobbled or some shit because they have this beef, and I feel like the person that always initiates the beef ends up getting fucking smacked up a little bit. I think Ailin Perez is going to have a good third round, especially if she mixes in the takedowns, but it's WMMA, dude. It's basically a coin flip in my opinion. I'm going to pick Jocelyn Edwards here by decision, 29-28, maybe a split decision type shit, you know what I'm saying, dude? Let's move on. We got Mickey Gall. This guy's still in the fucking UFC versus Basel Hafez. This man produced one of the greatest videos on my channel, the JDM rant. I mean, real ones remember when I dropped that JDM rant in live action the moment the fight ended. And this man is a big source of my rage in the UFC, but I will give him some credit. He is a pretty good fighter, dude. He took that fight on short notice. A lot of guys, you know, wouldn't have stepped up to that opportunity. Basel Hafez said yes to it. Did not get drug tested in the process. I'm just fucking saying. I don't like that he's at a reach disadvantage. I feel like that is actually a big factor that not a lot of people talk about in fighting when you're predicting fights. Like, that shit does matter, dude. Mickey Gall, he's not really a guy I'm worried about, though, for Basel Hafez. Like, he's tall, he's a decent grappler, but, I mean, he got out-grappled pretty easily by Mike Perry. He got slumped by fucking Mike Mallet, dude. Like, come on, dude. What are we doing here, man? So, I'm going to pick Basel Hafez by decision. I think it's going to be a pretty chill fight. I think Basel Hafez is going to be aggressive from the jump, taking him down. I can see him kind of slowing down in round 3. Maybe Mickey Gall has a good round in round 3, especially on the feet with his boxing. He's got good boxing. Potential here for an upset. Obviously, I do have a little bit of a bad feeling about Basel Hafez coming from being short notice, going to war with JDM. All these fucking short notice guys, their next fight, they somehow lose. I swear to God, dude. But I'm going to trust Basel Hafez. I'm going to trust the process. I'm going to say bro gets this done by decision. 30-27, 29-28. Let's move on. Those are atrocious prelims. What do we got? We got Phil Rowe versus Jake Matthews. Actual Neil Magny victim here. Phil Rowe versus based Australian Chad Jake Matthews. That's such a cringy statement I just said. I can't believe I'm going to edit that out. That was fucking gay. Unfortunately, though, dude, I'm going to pick Phil Rowe. I'm going to pick Phil Rowe here. I like Jake Matthews, but I am picking Phil Rowe. And I feel like he's going to get this one done via decision. I think he's going to be able to, have good success with the boxing. Again, big reach advantage, big size advantage as well. He's a pretty solid grappler, so I feel like him being able to mix in the takedowns in the clinch will be beneficial for him. Whereas Jake Matthews, he's more of just a, one-for-one kind of boxer. He's kind of counterpunch you. He's got good power. He is a good grappler, but I have seen him submitted by other guys in the UFC, whereas Phil Rowe, he kind of just got boringly clinched by Neil Magny. So unless Jake Matthews decides to stink it up, I'm probably going to lean with Phil Rowe here by probably decision. I just opened my editing software on accident. Fuck's sake, dude. Let's move on, though. What do we got? Where's fucking Alex Morono? Where the fuck is Alex Morono? Was he not on this card? I don't know where he is. Okay, Alex Morono is just not on the card. Grant Dawson, Joe Solecki. Two guys, I'm gonna be honest here, man. These are two guys that I've glazed in the past, and I immediately regretted that shit. I literally dropped the video and deleted it about Grant Dawson. I was like, this guy's the next Makhachev. This guy's a fucking problem. Bro gets chinned by Bobby Green walking out to Sexy Red. I was like, all right, never mind, delete that shit. Like, bro, this guy fucking pisses me off. That being said, Joe Solecki, how you gonna get Batista bombed in the UFC, dog? I'm gonna pick Grant Dawson here. He was ranked. He did beat Demiraz Magulov, the hardcore's, favorite fighter.
Bro, Demiraz Magulov, that guy's a problem, dude. He's a future champion.
And Grant Dawson beat him. So for that reason, I feel like Grant Dawson's gonna mix in the wrestling. He's gonna avoid submission attempts. He may have a scare here and there, but I do trust him to do damage with his ground and pound, to push a good pace, mix in calf kicks as well. He's a very good fighter when it comes to timing his takedowns as well. Whereas Joe Solecki, he is big, he is powerful, but he's more of a jiu-jitsu guy than a pure wrestler. Whereas Grant Dawson, he can push a pace. He does kind of fight like Gamrot a little bit, not as good. He does have good ground and pound. I will give him that. So I feel like that's going to be a big key to him here. I'm going to say Grant Dawson gets this one done by finish. I think he will finish this fight via ground and pound TKO. Maybe from mount or from some sort of weird half guard position up against the fence, just kind of pinning Joe Solecki to the fence. I'm feeling a really good performance coming here from Grant Dawson. Dare I say it, boys, dare I say it, ring the alarm. Grant Dawson masterclass incoming. Grant Dawson masterclass may be incoming. That being said, if this guy loses to Joe Solecki, and he goes from being future
Islam Makhachev, I'm your replacement,
to getting finished by Joe Solecki, you're cooked. Hang it up, buddy. It's over. All right. Speaking of cooked, this fucking fight, at least it's on the prelims now. Jesus, this was going to be on the main card of the pay-per-view, dude. This is, I almost wanted to drop a video on this, dude. I almost wanted to drop a video on this in this fight by itself. This is, I'm not exaggerating. This is one of the worst fights I've ever fucking seen put together. And they just announced Nick Diaz versus Luque. I'm dropping a video on that tomorrow because I'm fucking pissed. That's my boy. But listen, dude. Jailton Almeida, Alexander Romanov. Tell me who wins this one, guys, because I'm not going to be watching this bullshit. This is one of the worst fucking matchups you could ever make. In one corner, you have this blobulous, rotund, back to the barnyard body having ass dude, Alexander Romanov, who wins by being heavy on you and sweating too hard on you, dude, and pushing his fucking forearms into you, dude, versus Jailton Almeida, who quite literally refuses to do damage to an opponent. He refuses. He is outright protesting the idea of trying to finish his opponent. I'm not joking. This is one of the worst matchups I've ever seen. People were complaining about, oh, Marina Rodriguez, Jessica Andrade on UFC 300. This is way worse than any WMMA fight I've ever seen, besides maybe Rose Namajunas, Carlos But in terms of a prediction, there's two outcomes here, and either Jailton Almeida locks in and decides to shoot takedowns the entire time. I mean, I just can't trust this guy to try and finish this fight after seeing him fight Lewis and Blades, because he refused to try to finish them. So it makes me think for 15 minutes, this guy's going to do what? Chain wrestle Alexander Romanov, whose only skill is being fat and laying on top of you. You know what I'm saying? So are you telling me that over 15 minutes, not one time is Romanov going to end up on top of this guy? And what's going to happen if Romanov, all 400 pounds of this guy, ends up on top of Jailton Almeida, who has fought at light heavyweight, who is kind of a smaller, still big, but a smaller, more, lean heavyweight fighter. I do feel like there's a potential here for Alexander Romanov fucking TKO via ground and pound. I really do, and I'm almost tempted to pick him because I feel like there's a real possibility here of Jailton Almeida having a good first round, trying to control Alexander Romanov, gas him out. I mean, that's the only other thing with Romanov. He has zero gas tank. He has zero heart. Blades can fight for 3 rounds, can fight for 5 rounds. He has heart. He has a good, cardio. Alexander Romanov does not. So I'm not going to say that it's going to be as brutal as Blades would finish Almeida, but there is a possibility here of Romanov ending up on top of him and just ground and pounding him. I can't pick this fight. I don't know. Fuck. Like, Jailton Almeida refuses to finish a fight. Do you know how fucked that is at heavyweight? You're playing with fire. Whatever. I'm going to pick Jailton Almeida by decision. But remember the name. Alexander Romanov by ground and pound TKO. It's a real possibility here, dude. I can really see it happening. He's fucking ginormous. If he lays on top of Almeida, he will ground and pound TKO him. But I'm going to say Almeida does have some semblance of skill. So give me Almeida by decision, but I'm really not confident in it. If he loses, holy fuck, bro. Let's talk about the headliner of the prelims. We've got Chase Hooper versus Cesar Almeida. Big step up for Chase, going from lightweight up to the middleweight. No, okay. Roman Kopylov, Cesar Almeida. Now listen, dude. I'm going to be completely 100% honest with you guys. I'm going to shoot you guys straight, man. I want Cesar Almeida to win. Why, you might ask? Why? What do you not like about Roman Kopylov? Simply because I want to see the Lucas Tracy rage reaction when Cesar Almeida flying knees this fucking guy into the next, stratosphere. I think that would be hilarious, and I would really enjoy seeing that. But with that being said, I'm going to take the younger guy. I'm going to take the more proven striker and grappler, more well-rounded for sure, more experienced in the UFC. He lost to Anthony Hernandez. He's a future middleweight champion, so it's not a big deal. I'm going to let that slide. Reach advantage is really important for this guy as well. I think he's going to use the body kicks. I think he's going to use the leg kicks. And when you're not chasing takedowns on Cesar Almeida, he's going to be trying to strike with you as well, obviously. So I feel like that leaves openings for easier takedowns for Kopylov than somebody who's just spamming takedowns at Almeida, which he's probably drilling all day in the gym. So I can definitely see, if it's not going well on the feet for Kopylov, him being able to mix in takedowns. Him being able to duck under punches and get into the double leg. So all in all, I think it's going to be a pretty technical, kind of slow-paced fight, especially early on. I'm going to say Roman Kopylov gets this one done by decision. Maybe a late TKO in round 3 or some shit, but I'm going to say Kopylov by decision. Pretty technical fight. I'm going to say 29-28. I think it's a good matchup. Yeah, I'm excited for this fight. It's a good fight. I'm glad it's not on the fucking main card of the pay-per-view. This was supposed to be the featured fight of the pay-per-view, dog. But yeah, man. Give me Roman Kopylov by decision. So for the prelims, I don't know if Nico Price is still fighting Alex Morono. I think Alex Morono wins that, if that's happening. But yeah, give me Kopylov. Give me fucking Almeida. Oh, God, I feel so low confidence in that. Grant Dawson, Phil Rowe, Morono, Hafez, Edwards, and Andre Lima, dude. Let's talk about the main card, you guys. Oh, it is on the main. Okay. Why the fuck is Nico Price on the main card? What the fuck is this? Dana, what are you doing? Why is Mikhail Oleksiejczuk on the main card? Okay, anyway. Whatever. It's fine. It's whatever. People are going to buy the shit. First fight on the main card, we've got Randy Brown versus Elizeu Zaleski dos Santos. This is a great matchup, and you know what? I'm going to say it right now. This will be fight of the night. I've locked in my predictions on UFC 5 on the event mode. Lock it in, dude. Fight of the night right here. Randy Brown, Elizeu Zaleski dos Santos. Gonna be a primarily striking-based matchup. Randy Brown, I'm gonna be honest, it seems like he's hitting his stride. It seems like he's hitting his prime. I could honestly see him winning a rematch with Vicente Luque if they fight each other after Luque gets KO'd by Nick Diaz. You know what I'm saying, dude? I really like Randy Brown's momentum right now, and I like the way that he's fighting. He seems a lot more aggressive. That being said, I feel like he'll be a little bit more cautious against Dos Santos because he is dangerous as fuck. Like, this guy is dangerous as fuck. He tuned up Benoit Saint Denis. He tuned up Sean Strickland with the spinning wheel kick. What a fucking Chad. And he made Rinat Fakhretdinov look human, and that's a big deal because that dude killed my boy Kevin Lee. That being said, Randy Brown, good physicality, good size, good reach, good control of range for a welterweight. I don't think we're going to see him in the pocket brawling with Zaleski dos Santos. I think he's going to be flicking out his jab, his front kick, especially the calf kicks as well. If anybody's going to wrestle in this matchup, it probably will be Zaleski dos Santos. But I feel like Randy Brown is big enough, and he does have that lanky kind of frame where he can threaten with guillotines. He can kind of work his way around to the back with the rear naked choke, like he did against Alex Oliveira. I'm going to say Randy Brown is just in his prime, a lot better, recovered from that JDM knockout. Like, he's had a couple of good fights since then. I'm going to say Randy Brown wins this one by decision. I do think it will be a banger fucking matchup. I think we'll see some bad moments from Randy Brown, but I really like his knees up the middle in this matchup. I think that's a possibility here. I'm going to say Randy Brown by decision. Maybe a round 2, round 3 kind of flash KO. Yeah, I'm sensing a pretty good performance coming from Randy Brown. I'm going to say he gets this one done by decision, but it'll be a good matchup. All right. Main card of a pay-per-view, Nico Price and Alex Morono. Main card of a pay-per-view, Nico Price and Alex Morono. And again, people will complain about WMMA, but then let this shit slide. What the fuck is this doing on the pay-per-view? I mean, I guess it's better than Romanov Almeida. I like it. Yeah, it's going to be a good matchup. I think Alex Morono is going to get this one done, dude. I know that I talk about the reach advantage a lot, but dude, Nico Price literally moves around like he's underwater, dude. I cannot believe this guy is 34. He is very active. He is very powerful. He does have weird kind of fast twitch muscle fiber KO power. He is muscular. He is big. He does have long, like, really long arms. But I think that's almost going to benefit Alex Morono because he is somebody that, you know, gets on the inside of punches, and he is a pretty good counter striker. He's good at just going 3 or 4 at a time and getting out of the way of big shots coming back. He had a pretty close fight with Joaquin Buckley. He looked pretty good when he fought Cowboy Cerrone. I just think all in all, Alex Morono's taken way less damage, a lot more well-rounded. I really think if he mixes in wrestling, he can have an easier fight here. But even in the striking, I think if he can avoid the power of Nico Price, he can get this one done pretty easily. I'm going to say Alex Morono gets this one done by maybe decision or a submission. I could see him rocking Nico Price with something on the inside and then latching up a guillotine or latching up a fucking rear naked choke or something like that. I'm going to say Alex Morono by submission in this fight. Yeah, I think he's going to get this one done. I just think he's the better fighter. If he gets like randomly chinned, I won't be too surprised, but you know, come on, dude. Nico Price lost to Robbie Lawler, man. Come on, dude. Let's move on. Kevin Holland, one of the most cooked fighters in the fucking UFC right now. This guy is, dare I say, entering Tai Tuivasa territory. That's some alliteration right there, dude. What the fuck is this guy doing? What the fuck is this guy doing? Why are you fighting at middleweight? Why are you fighting Mikhail Oleksiejczuk, bro? You're just ranked at welterweight. What are you doing? But regardless, the fight's happening. Kevin Holland's a BMF. Kevin Holland's a BMF, man. Kevin Holland's a BMF, dude. He's a legend of the game, dude. Kevin Holland's gonna definitely end up with that Cowboy Cerrone status for no reason. People are just like, this guy's a legend, dude. This guy's a freaking legend, bro. Put some respect on Kevin Holland's name, dude. He's a legend, bro. He's a BMF, dude. It's Mikhail Oleksiejczuk, bro. It's Mikhail fucking Oleksiejczuk. I'm picking Kevin Holland, all right? Let me just say this, dude. Kevin Holland, if you lose this fight, if you lose to Mikhail Oleksiejczuk, I'm not, I like to joke around on the channel, oh, it's over for you, hang it up, you're cooked. You're genuinely cooked if you lose to Mikhail Oleksiejczuk. This is a man. Now, I know that losing to Michel Pereira, there's nothing wrong with that, but this is a guy whose best wins are like Chidi Njokuani and Sam Alvey. Dude, like, come on, man. Kevin Holland is a ranked level UFC fighter. Mikhail Oleksiejczuk has not been close to that. That's just how it is. When I think about this matchup, I feel like Kevin Holland's going to catch him with a big right hand. At the end of an exchange, Mikhail Oleksiejczuk's going to be pushing the pace. He's going to get caught with a big right hand. He's going to get dropped. And I think Kevin Holland's going to latch up a Das choke, or he's going to latch up a fucking guillotine. And I think he's going to get a pretty easy round 1 finish. If that doesn't happen, I feel like he can still win a decision here, but I'm scared that he's going to just stop trying if he can't finish Mikhail Oleksiejczuk, and Oleksiejczuk can kind of push a pace, have like that gritty underdog win where he's just calf kicking and landing big shots, and Holland's kind of laughing, and Rogan's like, hey, he's scoring with these, man. He's scoring with these. He's scoring with these. I think he's winning this fight, dude. You know, because Joe Rogan loves the underdog as well. So there is a possibility for an Oleksiejczuk upset, but I'm going to say if the world makes sense, Kevin Holland will win this by round 1 submission, or maybe TKO, but I'm going to say submission. All right, dude. But yeah, let's stop talking about the featured fight of a pay-per-view featuring Kevin Holland and Oleksiejczuk. This is actually a good fight, dude. Strickland versus Costa.
Here's the fucking thing about Paulo Costa, you guys. This guy's a filthy fucking Brazilian, you guys. Here's the fucking thing, dude.
This is a tough one to call, man. I know I've been saying I feel like Strickland's going to piece him up pretty easily. I am picking Sean Strickland. I'm picking Sean Strickland to win this fight. I think he is higher output. I know that's funny for a Strickland, you know, analysis. I do think he is a higher output, especially for 5 rounds. I think early on, Paulo Costa is going to do good. I really feel like the thing that makes this matchup hard to predict is Paulo Costa has all the tools to beat Sean Strickland. He has decent power. He kicks really hard. He can wrestle. He can grapple. He out-grappled Luke Rockhold pretty fucking easily, and that is an impressive thing to say for a fighter. You know, that's not an easy thing to do. Regardless of Rockhold's age, layoff, whatever, that's still an impressive feat, right? So Paulo Costa is well-rounded. He is tough. He does have a good chin. He does have underrated cardio, in my opinion. I don't think we're going to see him like Shamil Gaziev out in fucking round 3 and 4. I think he's still going to be there and still be dangerous. I just don't know if Sean Strickland will get hit enough to where Paulo Costa can win this fight by decision. I think Paulo Costa can have moments, but I don't think he can have enough moments against a guy who's so hard to hit that he can realistically win this fight. I could see Paulo Costa having moments and people go, oh my god, Paulo Costa low-key won that fight, just like he did against Whitaker. You know, Whitaker, bang, 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 pieces him up. Costa lands a couple of good shots and it really impacts Whitaker, but it's clear that, you know, Robert Whitaker's the better fighter. I think the same thing is going to be said here for Sean Strickland. He's going to have moments where he's leaning back, he gets head kicked, or he gets fucking body kicked, and, you know, crowd goes crazy, big leg kicks. I feel like if Costa invests in calf kicks, he can really win this fight, but who do I actually think's going to win? I think Sean Strickland's going to win a decision. I think his jab is going to be money. I think he's going to, you know, find that right hand as well. And Costa is the type of guy to kind of taunt rather than try and get it back. So I think Sean Strickland will settle in as the fight goes on. And if Paulo Costa does slow down, I could see a finish for Sean Strickland in round 4 or 5. But I'm just going to say Strickland gets this one done by decision. We basically got an Apex main event here as the co-main. I fuck with that. I'm picking Sean Strickland, dude. Let's talk about the main event now. A lot of you guys want to know, Bedtime, are you really picking Dustin Poirier? Because I dropped video saying, you know what, I have a weird feeling about Poirier. I feel like he might win. I might pick him. You know, I'm feeling like he might be able to get this done. All these rumors are floating around. Islam has staff. Paulo Costa curse. You know? Islam Makhachev overlooking, you know, the short notice curse like Strickland and Bisping and stuff like that. All of these aspects are playing into my thoughts on this fight. And you know what I'm going to do? Man, you really thought I was going to pick Dustin Crybaby Poirier, dude? All this time, you guys thought I was really going to pick this dude to beat my boy Islam Makhachev? Hell no. I didn't even pick Volkanovski to beat this dude. And you think I'm going to pick a sole winner Crybaby Poirier to beat Islam Makhachev? Man, you must have lost your damn mind. I'm picking Islam Makhachev by TKO. I think he's going to have a couple of bad moments on the feet. Poirier might land some good shots, pull up his shorts a little bit, start pointing. And then I think Islam Makhachev is going to take down Dustin Poirier. I think he's going to, you know, pin him. He's going to pin him, yeah. I'm going to fucking pin you, yeah. I think he's going to be able to pin him, and I think he's going to find a ground and pound TKO. I do feel like Poirier is going to be slightly improved in all of the areas that cost him in his past fights. I know I just went on this like Colby Covington-esque promo, but all jokes aside, I do think Poirier is a tougher test than a lot of people are giving him credit for. I think Islam's going to win this in maybe round 2 or round 3. I think Poirier will have maybe 1 or 2 moments. I know he's going to pull the ghillie because it almost seems like he's just playing into every meme possible and just enjoying the ride of this fight week. He doesn't seem super salty. He doesn't seem super like, this is my last chance to make life fair, dude. This is everything I got. You know, he's kind of fucking around. He's like, yeah, I'm going to walk out to fucking, you know, Diamonds by Rihanna, dude. I don't give a fuck, dude. You know, he's talking about jumping the ghillie and shit like that. He's kind of having fun with it. And that might be a good thing in terms of his relaxation, his mindset going into the fight. But I just feel like he's almost kind of accepting of where he is in his career, what the outcome might be. And I feel like Islam Makhachev is just so much more time left in the sport. And it's obvious the way that they're both talking about the fight. I think it's going to be a good matchup. I think Poirier, like I said, I could see him landing some good shots. I think the calf kicks will be better than people expect. I think I can see him definitely slipping on the inside of a big jab and landing a good combo. The crowd kind of goes crazy. I can definitely see them chanting, Dustin, Dustin. But man, I just cannot shake the vision of Dustin Poirier squaring up to try and let a combo go, and Islam just times him perfectly with a double leg and sits him down, passes to the back, spends some time on his back. Poirier kind of fucks around a little bit, and either a head and arm choke or he tries to get a choke. Poirier kind of escapes, crowd goes crazy. Islam just starts to rain down hammer fists, and that's the end of the fight. You know, he helps up Poirier. They have this respectful moment. Poirier probably retires. That's the kind of the vibes I'm getting. I'm thinking a round 2 or round 3, either head and arm choke or a ground and pound TKO. That's my full predictions for UFC 302. Should be good fights. I'm pretty excited for it. Obviously, I am fucking praying for this Poirier ghillie, because I feel like I can kind of claim that as a win, because I've dropped 2 videos about it, you know, and people don't actually pay attention to my predictions. They just go off my thumbnail and go, well, this aged well, even though I'm picking Islam confidently. But regardless, let me know what you guys think down below. Who's going to win this fight? What do you think of the card? What fight are you most looking forward to and least looking forward to? Let me know in the comments down below, guys. If you're enjoying the videos, drop a like for the longer videos. I like making them. So subscribe if you're enjoying the videos as well. And go follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Bedtime MMA. I'm going to be posting my UFC 302 bingo card on my Instagram. So go follow that and you can play along while you watch the pay-per-view. But yeah, see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to be talking about my boy Nick Diaz. And yeah, appreciate you, man. See you in the next video. Goodbye.